BSLIVE. In this episode, I want to show you an experiment that I did earlier today using Leonardo AI. So basically, this new feature of Leonardo AI allowing you to upload a 3D model, and then after you upload your 3D model as OBJ, you can prompt whatever. This is the positive prompt, and this is the negative prompt. And then as a result, you're gonna get a bunch of textures, and it will try as good as it could be. But this is the result that I get. Currently, it's still alpha, but it has a lot of potential. I think I will show you a couple of things. So this is after more than 5 minutes. Sometimes it's actually faster, but I get this after around 5 minutes. This is the assets that we get from this simple prompt: hyper-realistic Star Wars spaceship, geometric cyberpunk sci-fi, intricate details, retro design. And the spaceship was actually modeled using Plasticity app, but you can also generate this using Blender, I believe. And yeah, you got the albedo, normal, roughness map. Displacement map is not shown here. If you want to have the displacement to work correctly, your model needs to have a proper UV. So remember that, keep that in mind. And I made a couple of design, you can call it this way, but at the moment it looks like you know what it looks like? It looks like if you make this kind of homework in your high school. Okay, it's not like totally. It looks like you use like materials like if you use newspaper or magazine cutout, and then you just stick it on your 3D model. So I don't mind it for this one. It's actually kind of nice. With this one, I prompted alien spaceship, geometric triangle, square, treehouse city, cyberpunk, sci-fi, etc., and we get this result. Currently, there's a bug with this alpha version. With Mac OS, if you actually try to download a really long name, it doesn't like it. You cannot unzip it. Okay, so something to keep in mind, and maybe they need to change the naming system. If you actually manage to download it, you're gonna get, okay, this is the original spaceship, and then this is the map. Okay, so if you manage to download it and unzip the assets, you're gonna get, you can bring it into Blender. Okay, so I use the node wrangler. So if I select the model, I imported the OBJ. It's already have the UV, and I have this material. All we need to do is selecting the principal BSDF and then Control-Shift-T, and then just select the map, and then it's gonna load everything like this. Base color, roughness, normal. Yeah, there's it comes with everything. And then you just need to set up, I just set up a basic cycles Nishita, and we can render this out as usual. You can use a better environment map, of course. I mean, if you replace this sky texture with environment map, maybe from Blockade Lab, I don't know, maybe Fantasyland. So this 360 was, of course, generated using AI. The spaceship is being textured using AI. If that's actually interesting. The 3D model, however, I found that, okay, this is actually not bad. Let's save this. I still found that it can be improved, of course, with the texture, but it has a lot of potential if it's using depth or maybe canny or some kind of method. and then can project the texture. It should look at it from different angle, maybe 5-6 different angle. If you try to do it yourself, you can try using Leonardo AI, or if you use like a Dream Texture add-on, if you take 2 orthographic view, you might be able to create a texture that way using the depth model. I haven't tried it. Maybe that's for the next video. I don't know yet. So the one that's actually it's actually the part that's most satisfying is actually modeling it. Of course, you can create like intricate models, but I think even just the act of making a simple model, maybe like a low poly 3D model, is actually quite fun in itself. That's why you get into 3D, right? That's why you use Blender or things like that. I'm just gonna be demonstrating the simplest design, that you can do yourself. So for the spaceship, I'm using Plasticity, but you can also use Blender. I quite like the push and pull thing. It seems simple enough. Okay, that's a weird design, but yeah, let's try to make something very quickly. Skin goes in, right? Maybe the window part also, we use the O offset, and this skin goes in. I'm just curious. Okay, this is the part that's interesting with the plasticity. Of course, you can easily do this kind of bevel or fillet. It's making it a little bit more rounded. If you select this part like this and then Control 2, you can try to fillet that area. Of course, you still need to be careful. I mean, sometimes you're making it look a little bit like a toy. Okay. What did I do just now? Yeah, sometimes you can do like weird thing like that. Maybe if I made a cut like in angle, it's gonna look more interesting. Currently it looks pretty cheap design, but it's interesting. It's fun. Yeah, the scaling, I know the scaling seems to work. Sometimes I don't like the way it's extrude. Oh yeah, this is the part that I like with plasticity. You can change and offset the design like this. Maybe you can push it that way. I don't know. Let's save this. What is this? A shoe shape? Shoe box like spaceship or something. Spaceship box. Yeah, mirror. I tried this the other day. So you get, when you mirror, you can have this axis, and you just select the axis, I believe, and you can mirror just like in Blender, and then right click. Now you actually have two solid. Select both, and maybe boolean, and Q for union. Right click. Now you have a single object. There you go. This is the cool thing about plasticity. You can bevel. Let's make a cut like that. Oh yeah, apparently you can also rotate the angle. So it's almost like a boolean cut. This part probably looks better if it's circular. Plasticity also, I think if you use like a cylinder, like click there. I'm drawing a cylinder, going in, right click. So at the moment I don't know a quick way to create an array of circles, so I just made two circles like that, and then make like this fillet bevel. I don't know, it's probably looking a little bit cheap or like plastic, but you can round it, so you can try to make this more modern in terms of design. Okay. I forgot that we need to. So the mirroring is not live. So you gotta do it again. Mirror. Yeah, right click. You have two solid. There must be a better way to do this. Yep. Anyhow, now it's single object again. So that's interesting. See the way we can push. Yeah, this cut over here actually making it looking a little bit more interesting. So I'm just gonna leave that. Make this rounded. This feels more modern, so maybe that part was designed to look like that way. So we need to have the leg part. So yeah, this corner edge looking a little bit ugly, so just gonna round it off. So let's try. I'm making a. I'm running that part. I don't know if it's any better. Maybe this part, if we make a cut and then make it, if we round it, round this part, it's gonna look much better. But anyhow, yeah, that's a quick design using Plasticity. Also, I'm gonna export it out, save it, and then try to texture it this way using Leonardo AI, or we can texture it using Blender, uh, or using Greebles. But I think the design is, it's pretty funny. But the I think the effort that you put into it, even though it looks really, really funny, the effort still counts, right? I think the ability to just round it is pretty cool. Okay, so that's pretty much the whole process. Hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.